I introduce myself as one in the business of preserving the magic of the early years, from the front lines of the classroom to administration of large childcare centers, and eventually stepping into entrepreneurship, authorship, mentorship, and the TEDx stage. In my journey through empowering the architects of tomorrow, I'm constantly in awe of the magic of unleashing a child's inner genius. Whether you are a fellow educator dancing in the trenches, a parent looking to unleash your child's inner genius, or simply somebody fascinated with the potential of young minds, I invite you to join me and my team at Young Innovators on this journey to inspire the next generation of innovators.
Let's face it, by 2030, most of the jobs and the careers that we have today will not exist. And that brings a very urgent questions to new parents. So what do I have to do to prepare children for the future of work? What are those things that I need to be doing at home to actually foster the habits and skills that will make them successful in the future? Well, let's start by saying that traditional education settings is failing us. So we cannot longer trust that. The way that we learned 50, 20, 100 years ago, or even 5 years ago, is not going to prepare our children for the future of work. That means that rote memorization, standardized testing, that is not going to do it anymore. That's not going to cut it. And there's one very simple reason. It's because now, as we face virtual reality, augmented reality, artificial intelligence, new technologies, a lot of the jobs are going to become obsolete. And children today entering the workforce tomorrow will be forced to practice some skills to help them navigate a very constant world that will require them to be very fast and become life learners. In this YouTube channel and TV show, I will bring on experts, teachers, and people bringing the difference every day into classrooms, into their communities, with very progressive ways of teaching children how to learn. So through these experts and the eyes of children, teachers, and community leaders, we will bring very actionable and practical tips to parents on what you need to be doing at home and the things that you should be looking for in the educational settings that you're trusting your child with. This is very important. As parents, we want to know that when we leave that educational setting, our child not only is going to be in good hands and care, but that educational setting is going to help the child practice the skills they need in the future. Sometimes in this show, we will actually have to face some realities, like how are we really modeling the behaviors that we want to teach our children? And it will actually take us deeper, and it will force us to ask questions that will bring into light some things that we might have to change in our parenting styles or in the way we are educating our children. Because we will learn from these experts that how we talk, what we do, how we model the behavior is actually shaping and wiring our child's brains, okay? And let me share with you why we started this show. So I initially became very interested in this topic of preparing children for the future when I started writing lesson plans with a group of professors that you will start to get to know very deeply in this show. We started writing all these lesson plans. And these lesson plans of what should be doing and the skills started revealing hurtful things that we had to change in ourselves. So as we rewrite these lessons that had to do with how to think about problems, how to become a problem solver, how to have more empathy, how to become a maker, how to change the mindset. As we started writing those lesson plans, we started going back, all of us, to our childhood and just to discover that, wow, our parents did a lot of things that probably were not right. And most likely, we pass that along to the next generation unconsciously. Because let's be real, guys, we probably are educating children the same way our parents did. And our parents probably are following the same pattern that their parents did. It has been followed by generations, the same techniques. But becoming a conscious parent means that to start with, we have to face the reality, understand what are those patterns, and how do we replace those patterns with ones that are healthy and that are good and that are also going to help our children and empower them. These strategies have been tested in our team. We've all been able. So once we understood what we needed to change ourselves, we started sharing this with our teachers and with our parents. And it was a wonderful community experience of how we were growing together as a community to empower the next generation of innovators. So my name is Marnie Forestieri, and I want to invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and stay tuned for very practical tips for expert guidance on the things you need to do today to prepare your child, even if it's a baby, from infants to elementary school. The early years and the early elementary years are the critical years, not only for brain development. And we will cover all these aspects. So in our show, we invite guests and also parents in the community to ask questions, challenge us, because we want to bring to light and bring these suggestions that will help you raise the next generation of innovators. Thanks so much for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.